The man behind this yacht created some of the fastest pursuit boats on the market. So how do you get from 75 knot speeds to sailing? Let's go find out. We know many sailors that become powerboaters, but we have not met many powerboaters that became sailors. Life is about passion. Passion drives you and it keeps you young. The new yacht brand was born and you guys were the first ones to see it. So we just dropped anchor in one of the beautiful bays here of Göcek. I hope I'm saying it right. And welcome aboard MISHI Yachts.
All right, walking up the passerelle, it's so convenient.
Yeah, and you immediately notice how beautiful the deck is. You and I both love this gray caulking, right?
I love the gray caulking, yeah. It just looks really clean. It doesn't get as hot.
So right here in the cockpit.
We'll be on the aft deck, kind of. It's technically not the cockpit.
Well, there, I mean.
Technically the cockpit is
it's right there. It's kind of hard to not notice how giant that is.
Yeah.
We'll get there in a moment.
She is 84 feet long, right?
86.
86, sorry, made her shorter.
Yeah.
She's 86 feet long and you feel it. It's a lot of volume on this boat, interior as exterior. Lots of unique features, which I really like.
We have these boxes here, which I absolutely love that they did that. Shoe storage.
Shoe storage.
Check.
Yeah, with a teak on top. You can also sit down right away when you put your shoes on.
Yeah, pretty great. All right, and then look how big these cleats are.
And they're fold-down cleats. So we got the dinghy garage and lazarette area here. And then on the port side, which we're going to check out, of course, in the end of our tour, it's a lazarette which walks through to the engine room.
Cool. We'll see that at the end of the tour. You guys know how we do it. We're going to leave this space.
You want to walk forward first?
We're going to check around in a moment. Let's go forward first.
Sounds good.
Immediately, you guys can notice how tall these railings are. I love how they're very tall, but yet they're not obnoxiously, overbuilt for a sailboat. It just still keeps this really nice lines. But they're very safe. And look, it's just nice height. Pretty great,
For
right?
sure. Even underway, a little bit of waves and boat movement. This is safe.
Grab rails everywhere. The hardtop makes it just so much more
I mean, I know you
sturdy.
said we're going to get to this later, but look at the size of this hardtop.
It's fantastic. What's here? Ah.
A very, very big tow line, actually. Nice storage.
Maybe we can tow you back. I heard the water is 19 degrees.
Yeah, that's too cold for me. I start at like 25. Of course, we're going to get to this in a moment when we go and cover the helm station and everything, but we see already this huge Luma winches here. Wow.
Very wide walkways. Immediately we see this
cool.
fantastic layout cushion. So while we were sailing, it was a super nice place to be.
It's a safe layout pad as well because it's underneath the boom. So there's no lines, nothing which can, actually hurt you potentially. So it's a very good spot underway.
Tons of really great upper hatches here, flush mounted, looks very nice and slick.
You got a big hydraulic bank for the boom. Then we have a V-boom, really deep V-boom actually. As you guys can see, the classic main is barely sticking out on top. And then we have a lazy jack with a sailback set up. And again, sailboat is very short actually because of the depth of the V-boom. That would be my choice. It just looks super clean and you get the performance of a classic main, which is fantastic. So we got the running backs right now here just tied up to the shrouds here because the running backs are not being used right now. You would only use it if you put a big foresail on and you have a big load on it. Can you come to the mast and we get some scale?
Can you come to the mast? Okay.
Can the mast come to you?
Yeah.
No, you gotta come to the mast.
Some of you guys know Rico and I have spent some time crewing almost an 80 foot. It's like 78, right?
78, yeah.
Blue water sailing monohull, which sailed around the world twice. It's dear to our heart. We really enjoyed being on that boat. So this is a very similar size and statue, and we really could appreciate a well-designed and built sailing yacht.
Yes, so we have electronic equipment, the horn and so on the spreaders on both sides. Then right now the sail plan has two foresails. We got a staysail and then a large Jenica, a cruising Jenica forward, all on hydraulic furling systems. If you're wondering what this is for, the hydraulic rams which are here, these are for halyards on both sides to tighten or loosen the halyard.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So we have the self-tacking rail here, the self-tacker rail, and the owner of the boat, or the mastermind behind it, decided, hey, why don't we make some custom backrest pieces which actually can go into the holes of the rail.
They just come out.
They just come out.
They're just loose. So it's pretty brilliant, but look how comfy.
I can already see like people right now taking the pen out, taking a picture of the screen.
I've yet to see this. This is absolutely
well,
brilliant.
We got to repeat this.
I mean, how many sailboats we've been on? I've never seen it before. Put in the comments if you guys have seen this before. To us, it's a first.
So this creates this nice little lounge area here on the foredeck, especially at anchor in the marina, or if you don't use your foresail, for example. It's super safe. You don't have the self-tacking line, the sheet coming through. It's a fantastic spot.
Yeah, so sitting here last night, hanging out, just, you know, having drinks, it's just a great little spot. So they have a couple of these tables, and the way they made them is that you can actually put your feet on it, you know, or you can raise them up and have a proper meal here. So that's really neat. And then just a one flash deck, such beautiful lines. All right, let's go forward, more forward.
More forward, further forward.
Further forward.
Just to give you perspective, I'm now at the level of the mast, and well, Victoria's disappearing all the way on the bow there. This would be a good spot for like a little party, right?
What is with you and looking for spots for parties?
It's my thing now. It's my thing.
It is fantastic, Dan's deck.
Going all the way forward, like I mentioned, we have hydraulic furling systems for both of the foresails. We have a hydraulic anchor winch right here, stainless steel chain, and then the anchor you can't see right now because we actually anchor it. But there's a stainless steel ultra anchor all the way forward on the anchor setup. Nice open bow, little bench here, which I really like.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a useful space.
And then we have the foot remote switches for the anchor winch here.
Let's go check out that really, really large cockpit, which was a huge feature.
Well, wait a minute, isn't there crew quarters here?
Oh yes, oh that's right. Let's check out crew quarters.
Oh wow!
The headroom looks fabulous.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Look at this. All the way forward we have a wet hat, access to the anchor locker. I mean, it's plenty comfortable. Good size, electric hat. So turning around, we have two beds, storage capacities here. We have a TV mounted here, repeater for the Garmin, so you can set your anchor alarms and keep an eye on what's happening. Of course, access to the bilge area. It's air conditioned. Really good. This is a smart move too, the way they used the ladder actually going up. It's at the same time your open hanging locker. This makes total sense, so your clothes always gets aired out, nothing gets stale because if you got some salt water on it or so. It's great.
But it's also nice for crew to be able to have kind of a separate space, you know, that they don't have to feel like they're part of the salon. So if they're up in a different time, they're bothering anyone, or the other way around. So it's just nice that it's just completely separate.
Agreed.
I think crew does prefer that most of the time. Even if they are included as part of the family, it's just, they're still working.
Yeah. Usually the forward crew quarters are always a little questionable.
I was quite impressed.
Perfect.
Let's go and check out that huge cockpit, which was a big, big feature.
And then it's all enclosable, looks like it. I can see the rail here already.
Yeah, look what I found.
Cup holders.
Portable cup holders.
Portable cup holders.
So you can take it forward, and look, they have a little inserts that you can take out.
Oh, for like the narrower cups?
Or for soda, or for something like that, and then the bigger one. You and I just kind of discussed something like this.
Yep.
I do like that a lot.
We get two life rafts right underneath the helm chairs.
Also great location.
Great location, nicely hidden.
Yeah.
And it kind of like integrates and fits in perfectly.
Yeah. All right, let's check out the helms.
So let's start with the starboard helm, because the port helm is pretty much identical, except we don't have a engine shift and throttle control on it. Very solid helm wheel. Got the VHF radio here, shift and throttle control for the main engine. We have our anchor remote control here and chain counter at the same time. So right now we dropped about 35 meters of chain. Then we have the autopilot right here for a Garmin unit. Actually, the engine controls, start and stop buttons, have the monitor for the main engine here, which is a Cummins in our case. A very large Garmin chart plotter with integrated yacht management system, so you can turn things off and on. You have a breaker panel in here. Then here next to it, the Luma hydraulic control panel with the halyards, outhaul, vang, backstay, furler units, and the main sheet, as well as the Traveler, looks like it. Above that, we have two multifunctional Garmin displays. You can choose what you would like to display on it. On the port helm, it's almost the same, except you don't have the shift and throttle control there.
Very nicely appointed. What I like is that it does have plenty of shade here, and you can see that this giant hardtop has a full enclosure that you can put in based on the weather. It even comes around here. So if you really have some strange sideways, rain coming in or really windy, you're going to be well protected back here. Nothing's really happening right behind you, and you still can have a little bit of a breeze.
Another cool thing about the helm locations that they're not, for example, all the way aft. So you have it kind of connected to the cockpit area, to the entertaining area. You can interact easily with your guests, and on top of all that, the visibility is incredible. There are no obstacles at all. I can see all the way forward to the general, even to the anchor through the window. Yeah, and it's one flush surface. Like sometimes we see quite often actually, right? When we have this center cockpit, it's sort of split in between. So you have the helm behind, and you have some kind of something here, there's seating or step, and then you have sunken in cockpit seating area. In this case, you don't have any of these obstacles. It's just one space, and here you're very central to everything. Everything is about the same distance. Another cool thing, like I mentioned already briefly when we walked forward, the size of the hardtop. It's just so impressive. And I like that, all the right things were added. Obviously have a pretty great visibility to your sails, so you can see that. And if you don't need to see it, you do have shade here, so you can just close it up. So it's pretty nice, if it's too sunny. Another thing we didn't see or we didn't show, there's solar panels on the hardtop. You could even extend the solar panels still. There's still plenty of space. Oh, one thing I just saw. Hey. Yeah. My part. Oh, that's your part. You did a lot of parts already. Okay, go ahead. Thank you very much. These right here are nicely stored away. Extensions for our tables that you guys get to see. So this was a big feature. It was an important focal point. They have a big family. They do spend a lot of time together, like to hang out. So this protected but yet open space, because the boat is being used, in the Mediterranean climate primarily, is what they really wanted. So they do have an enclosure, this is a hardtop type Dodger, I guess. But you have an enclosure that you could completely take out if you really wanted to. If not, you can just totally extend it all the way aft, like we showed it to you guys. It's also really nice when you leave the boat and you're not using it, to keep everything nice and protected. Guys, I don't know what it is, but I've only seen this in Turkey, that everyone is using this terry cloth fabric over the covers. Actually, the covers to protect the covers. I absolutely love it. It's just so easy to take them off, wash them, and it's so much nicer than this umbrella. We're totally doing this. Yes, we will. Yes, okay. So, seating area for, I don't know. Are we gonna play that game? 14. 16? 14, 16. 8 and 8? Yeah. I'm not even talking about putting it here, but... So you can connect these tables? Yeah, they open up, like this. Yeah. And then you have an extension pieces that go in. So it's just one long table on both sides. That's brilliant. Here's the video for you guys. Very cool. You can see what it looks like at night. Of course, we have our companion way down, with a big sliding door out, so wide staircase. You really don't feel like there is any door really. You're just using it all the time, and when it's completely closed here, I feel like you're never gonna close it while you use the boat. Why? True. Unless you're really running AC or heater. Then we have another secondary engine room access hatch right below your feet. Of course, lots of lighting, dimmable lighting, mood lighting. Lighting was a big feature on this vessel, so we'll show it to you guys in the interior as well. All right, shall we check out the interior finally? I think everybody is waiting patiently, or maybe impatiently, we don't know. Let's do it. Let's go inside. Let's go check out the interior. Hello, Shakir. Hello. We are dying to tell everybody, how did this project come about? I told everyone your history and what you used to do, what you still do. Yes. So, how did you decide to build a sailboat? My wife, she likes to say safety and comfort. Then I decided to build one boat for my family. And this boat should be very safe and very comfortable. With this idea, I started to do it, and the MISHI came on.
What is Mishi?
Mishi, nickname of my wife.
Aha. So it all started with the wife.
Yes, a wife. Wife is very important in the life, you see. Now I have, you see, two Mishis. My wife Mishi and my boat Mishi.
That's the best way to have two wives.
Yes.
One is the boat, one is the wife.
My granddaughter says to me, yacht Mishi is there. And I ask her, which Mishi is mine? They say, Grandma is your Mishi. If you build a small sailboat, it is nice for sailing.
Yeah.
But it is not good for the comfort. If you like to make your family and wives happy, you have to build a larger boat. This Mishi is the comfort of the motor yacht.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're gonna go and check out the interior in a moment. Yeah, you guys haven't seen it yet, so you're about to see it.
It was 44th anniversary of our marriage, you see.
I would like that kind of present.
Wow, that's a very high bar. I don't know if I can reach that.
And I invite them, you see. I didn't tell them we are going to the boat. I told them, you see, we are going to have a restaurant in the Tuzla. They came and they took the boat, you see, all my family together. And I give the papers, you see, to my wife.
So the wife owns the boat?
Yes, the wife owns the boat. Yes.
It's you guys, but on paper, Mishi owns Mishi.
But finally, you see, I told her, you are two Mishi, but don't jealous each other.
Don't be jealous.
Don't be jealous of each other.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's the vision now going forward? You decided to build more and actually
I
start...
can decide to more for the sailboat, not the motor yacht at the moment. You see, I can build any size. I can build full composites. I can build full aluminium, whatever you see. The people
so the structure of this boat, how is it built?
The hull is the wood. I prefer wood because this is the best choice because it is very solid and less noisy. And the top side and the deck, everything's carbon sandwich. For me, to build the carbon composite much easier. You see, because
that's what you do.
Yes, of course. You see, all my boat is running, you see, 75 knots even. You see, safe. The military boats and the power boats are composites. Our shipyard is one of the best composite user in the world. Also, I built it in 1993, 31-meter motor yacht. It was the first boat built in the world. It's a Kevlar boat. I use Kevlar, 31-meter Kevlar.
Does it still exist?
This exists. This is very nice.
How many boats have you guys built in your shipyard?
180 up to now.
Wow. So you have a lot of experience.
Yes, I have 35 years.
And range-wise, from
range-wise, starting 12 meter and up to 51. But in the 51 we didn't build yet, but the project is ready.
51 meters?
Yes, at the moment our largest boat in 37 meter.
37. Yeah. How fast is the 37?
42 knots. 37 is
37 meters, you guys, not feet.
That is exactly 121 feet.
Yes, 121.
That is fast.
The whole of the boat is wood.
Wood.
But it's layered, you have fiberglass on the outside, right?
Yes, two layers of the fiberglass outside. But it's not for the strength, but to keep the
to enclose, right?
To close
yeah,
it,
yeah.
But deck, carbon sandwich. And the top side everywhere is carbon sandwich. Yes.
Yeah.
What I love is that usually people go from sailing yachts, sailing boats in a kind of a young age, and they ended up with power boats.
Yeah.
But you're completely reversed it, so total opposite.
No, because you see, I spent a lot of times in the sea. Then finally I realized, when I built this boat, you see, I was 74 years old. The long years I had a power boat.
You sure you want to start another shipyard?
Yes.
Shouldn't be time to retire completely?
This is my retired project.
This is your hobby right now.
Retirement project.
Shipyard, they driven my son, you see that?
Yeah.
They don't need too much.
Yeah.
But this is, I will enjoy.
This is how you stay young.
Yes,
You just keep creating cool projects.
Yes.
It's proper stairs.
It's very comfortable. Yep.
It's not like
definitely not
some of the
compromising.
sailboat companionways where you're afraid of going up and down. It's actually a really comfortable staircase.
Not what you expected, right?
Not at all.
It's very modern. It's got this sort of a funky hotel feel, right? What kind of vibe are you getting here?
Well, first of all, if this wouldn't be here, I wouldn't even think I'm on a sailboat.
It has a motor yacht feel.
Of course, the hatches maybe give it away a little bit. But other than that, it is refreshingly different looking.
Well, I did ask him, was it all just your ideas and you came up with the whole interior design, or did your family chip in? Like, how did this work? And literally, The family was not allowed to give any suggestions. He was going to design it, do it all, and it was going to be a surprise for everybody. So he had all the vision. He said he's been envisioning it for years, and then he had an interior designer just help him do the sketching and, you know, obviously the renderings and all that. But yeah, it's just really what, you know,
and a naval
what he
architect,
wanted.
obviously.
Of course, we're talking
Yeah.
about interior design. So anyways, let's, where do we start?
Right here, starboard side.
Starboard side. A large seating area here. We have a convertible table. It is a high-low.
So right now, when it's folded together,
Yeah.
it's really easy to actually go around the table to sit down.
Yeah, exactly. And here we have our things here, and then the table opens up like
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you have a proper dining table here, or you can completely lower it into a coffee table.
And then you have the mirror image on the port side.
Well, you're standing somewhere important, so you might as well start right there.
Somewhere important is where our breaker panel is. So here behind this door, we do have the switch over between shore power and ship power. We have the generator remote and then the whole 220 AC panel. And to my right, we have the low voltage DC panel.
Yeah, everything's right here and accessible.
Below that, we have the fire suppression system. We have a Garmin chart plotter, repeater, and that is the energy management, which is master volt in that case, VHF radio. So it's kind of like your little chart table setup.
What's there?
I don't know.
Oh, you want me to open it?
Sure.
I, you guys, was allowed and encouraged to open everything because there was a lot of thought that went into different storage areas and organizational detail. You'll see that in the galley especially. So I'm totally gonna open stuff. Get ready. Okay, so we have storage here. Storage was important on this vessel. It's a large family that do enjoy spending time on board, so they wanted to make sure that, you know, they could fit everything they needed here for the whole family to function. Here, we also have an important part of enjoying a vessel, a drink fridge.
That's actually a really good location for it, having it in the salon where people can just reach over from the sofa and get the drink and just hand it over to
Yeah,
a
you don't need to
sitting
go
next
to the galley. It's quite perfect. You can hand the drink up outside. Makes it really, really easy. Okay, so hold on. Let me show you something. We do have these two shades, right? Port starboard. What do you guys think we're about to see?
Got a very large window there.
Ha!
Or not.
Not a window. What you're seeing is a TV and a couple of storage areas right here. Curious, right? Okay, let's check out this side.
I kind of missed that earlier. So you have two TVs?
So we have two TVs here and we don't have any windows. This is gonna kind of blow your mind. So there is a difference between you going and buying a boat and you building a boat. You get to build it to however spec you want. For the owner and builder of this vessel, it was very specific, something he wanted. He did not want to deal with any possibility of any windows leaking, people forgetting to close them. He said, like, I don't care. We spend so much time outside. We literally just come inside, we sleep, and we go right back outside. So for him, it was just like another hustle of putting it in. And he said, on my boat, I don't need any windows down below.
I can actually see that. I mean, there are plenty of real blue water sailing vessels which don't have portholes in the hull.
I know, like forward, quite often you don't see it, but then you sort of see a little bit more
We
back.
crewed a boat which didn't have windows in the hull.
That's true. I had some tiny
Nope,
portholes
not in the hull. It was all above the tow rail. Anything on the kind of, so to speak, superstructure, there were some portholes and there and openable portholes as well.
Well, it does make it for a safer vessel. There's no chance of water coming over anywhere there. And he did put in large hatches all over the place, which we get to see here. There's a hatch here, there's a hatch there. You do have windows there for light coming in. The big thing here was to have a lot of headroom. That was one of the requests his family made, and it was the only request they got to have because the rest he designed. It's actually 6'10". I would say it's even a little taller because this is about 6'10" here. I just found it very interesting, and I thought, like, you know what? There's that. If you guys were building a boat, what would you do different? And this was something that I would have never thought of, but it was actually an important feature, or shall we say no feature, that it was important to him when he designed it.
But if you would build the same boat for somebody else, there is an option to actually put windows in.
Yeah, so if you wanted the windows, portholes, sorry, not windows, portholes, If you wanted to have portholes, you could absolutely do that. But I pointed out, so now as we go through, you guys will notice and be like, huh, there's no porthole there either.
And you almost don't really miss it.
No, if I didn't show it to you, you would have just thought that you had shades.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check out some cabins, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go on this side first because there's a little bit more stuff we can show you here first. So we have some storage here, like everything's got rails, very nice. And we have an extra fridge. We have a fridge in a galley, you guys will see in a moment. And there's a large fridge here. A serious fridge. You're not messing around. All right, now we're gonna go aft. Well, I found more things.
Oh, look at that. We got a whole panel just dedicated for the bilge pumps. That is pretty cool. So we have AC fire control bilge pumps. So they're emergency bilge pumps with large capacity. And then we have the DC bilge pump control panel here as well. Everything is on toggle switches, so you can do it manually or you put them on automatic. And of course, you also have indicators where your bilge pumps locations are and if one is on or not.
Well, why do you say is it unusual that it's a separate panel?
Yeah, usually it's part of, just a panel at the helm, or maybe you have it on the breaker panel, but I've not seen it on the sailboat actually having a dedicated bilge pump panel.
Interesting. All right, now we're coming into our port aft cabin. So this is our twin cabin. We have 2 separate twin beds, but also does have an insert that can go right in here and create one large bed here.
Oh, that's cool.
So that makes it very convenient. There's tons of storage. Every cabin is really well equipped in terms of being able to store everything you need to spend a good week or 2 on board enjoying yourself. So we have a little bit of storage here. They have these all on outport, and there's another one right here. And that's not all, because we still have a whole wardrobe. Check that out.
A proper deep size wardrobe.
Yeah.
Look how much space is still behind the hangars.
Yeah, I would have been pretty happy with that on our old boat. This is really nice.
What I really like, I know it's the little things, right? It's the light inside the hanging rod.
And we have a couple of drawers as well.
And then we have an overhead hatch, so we can still get some fresh air from the exterior in.
And right here, could have a porthole if you wanted to, if you would build one of these.
Speaking of that, can you guys please put something in the comments? What would you prefer? Window or no window?
It would be very interesting to know what would be the poll on that.
Especially hardcore sailors, blue water sailors, please comment below.
Yeah, let us know. All right, and as we're going out of the cabin, we do have our head. The heads are very nicely done.
Oh wow, this looks so cool. You will see this going throughout the boat. There will be designated art pieces in each cabin differently from the other, as well as the heads have different artwork as well. It's pretty cool. Got an electric hat, Tecma hat, then beautiful stone countertop actually. We have a hatch overhead, openable to the side, but we still have the sidewalk and then the tow rail. And
He's really not good at this, right?
oh, the storage. Storage is your thing.
I let you have it, but you kind of didn't do a good job.
Well, there's more storage
here.
there.
I mean, at least we do one cabin properly, no? See how much? It's actually a lot for this size of the head. It's very good.
It is.
This is a great shower. I like how they stepped it in here so you gain even more headroom.
You know what? I really like this for one reason.
Okay.
One major reason.
Yes.
A lot of times in smaller en-suites, with the shower being on the same level, you get a lot of water onto the main,
Like
on the floor.
residual.
Yeah. The runoff from the door or whatever it might be. This keeps the water down in the shower.
That's a great point. There's way less chances that water is going to be on the floor there.
And of course, being in a good, blue water sailboat fashion, you have a bench.
Definitely.
So you can shower when you're sitting down.
Look how tall it is. And look how beautiful this is behind me. Let me step out.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, I really like it.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let's do it.
Big boat.
Okay. Now we're gonna go on our starboard. It is a matching cabin, but we'll still check it out. There's a generator control right here.
Oh, okay. Yep. Remote control. Perfect.
And then we walk in. Same exact cabin, but we'll show it to you guys just in case. And as we were chatting, he also mentioned that he could put a second porthole here as well, if necessary, which might be kind of nice to
get
have
some
a
more
little
ventilation.
more ventilation. Yeah,
So other than that, it's mirror image.
I mean, this being hall number 1 is so beautifully done. We kind of went through, Rico and I was just like, craftsmanship is really nice. Everything fits. This boat is 5 years old. The panels, nothing's hanging. Like, it's been used by his family quite a bit.
Great.
And it just really looks great. Nothing squeaking. Like, it's a solid build.
Same hanging locker right here on the outboard side, and then the ensuite. Let's look in there just to see the different design.
Is it though?
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
yes, it is. Okay, go ahead.
Also really beautiful.
All right,
galley.
Let's go forward.
Oh wait, we have some storage here too. Should we show it?
Where?
Right
oh,
here.
okay.
Below the floor.
Sure. Like when you volunteer. Usually when you volunteer, you like the boat.
Wow. Okay, check this out, guys.
Wow, it is huge.
Yes, very large. And you can see the wooden hull. That is pretty cool. So you guys see all the piping? All that piping is from the hydraulic system actually. And then of course we have cabling going, you know, through the boat as well. Lots of piping actually. I don't know if it's all hydraulic, to be honest. I think some of it might actually be air conditioning as well. Got a sea strainer there, which I believe is for the air condition. Oh, you would never be able to open this.
Me?
Yeah. Okay.
Looks heavy duty.
Good shocks on there.
Yeah.
That hatch is not closing by accident on you.
Okay, we're going forward now.
Yes.
So, is this also storage?
It's mainly bilge access with a little bit of storage.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's then focus on the galley and do that
I'm just
first.
thinking like, shoot, you went 2 steps down.
Yeah,
There's
look at
no-
the headroom here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very tall. I
Yeah.
think you could easily be 6'9" and feel
It's funny. You
feel
look really,
completely comfortable.
you look really tiny
Well,
in
that's
the
how I
in the
feel.
galley.
It's a really good space. Oh, look what I
Oh,
found.
the breakers for the galley.
Check it out, right
Yep.
there, nice and accessible.
Yep, exactly. All the galley breakers.
Okay.
And then look behind you. You see the mast.
I don't know what this is
The
called,
hardware.
but I love that it's exposed.
Yeah, I think it's part of the halyards where they're actually being attached to.
It just makes you really appreciate it. It just looks like
Yeah, very cool. Oh, this is a good sized galley.
Yeah, and you know, like all these years of an experience just building high quality boats, you know, on the very different grand scale, went into like all the knowledge. You know, it's still shipbuilding, and you could tell attention to detail. He knew it was important. He put in integrated grab rails everywhere. Did a really good job on it.
Yeah.
Okay, huge sink. It's so big. And I see that there's a cutout here, so there must be a piece somewhere stored away.
Like a lid which can,
Yeah,
which
that
can
you
go in
can
there.
even make it larger, but I don't know why you would need it. It's a pretty large working surface here. You don't really need to do that.
Agreed.
I like how also here, look, you've got a little lid area here. What's here? Hold on, let's open this up.
Oh, there's an ice maker in there.
Check that out.
Yep. Little
What are
ice
these like
maker.
portable ones? And then underneath the sink, we have trash, a little bit of storage on this side. And then here, all our appliances and important coffee, cocktail, French press. Yeah.
toaster.
See how also really nicely everything built in, it fits. If you open it, nothing's gonna fall out at you.
Yeah.
And then here we have a dishwasher.
Full size.
That makes me happy. More storage. It's got this closure mechanism.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that.
Yeah.
What did I tell you? Everything is organized.
Everything has its place.
So it allows you to have a really nice china and really nice glassware everywhere because there's a proper place for it.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. You feel that you are in a proper yacht. And then we have a 4-burner cooktop, Bosch. We have a hood, vent right here. Everything is organized.
That is huge.
I'm really impressed. I'm picking up some inspirations here for galley organization. I'm actually really stoked about that. Like to really organize the galley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the chef is gonna come and organize everything probably, but I still would like to do it. Okay, storage. I mean, tons. Let's look here. This impressed me.
Oh, nice.
How cool. And look, it's just, everything's got, I'm just.
Everything's going to be safely in the even sailing.
All right, and then we have proper oven.
And also the countertops have the, what's it called, fiddle?
Fiddle.
Yeah, so nothing can just accidentally slide down.
And some drawers here as well. Like everything is organized. We have our fridge. Ta-da! And the freezer. That's our galley.
Good galley.
And shall we go now into our third stateroom? This is our bunk cabin. So I think you have to come in, so I got to show you this feature that I'm actually really glad that I was shown because honestly, I might have missed it.
Really?
Well, would you found it?
Okay, show me.
Well, maybe you would have found. Now that I'm seeing it, I might have found it. We have a bunk bed, which is technically, it's a Pullman, right?
Oh.
So this bed does fold, but you can tell it can't fold there. Where's it gonna go? So it's a reverse Pullman,
So
and
it goes
it
down.
actually goes down this way. The purpose of it is not necessarily to sleep next to. It goes down because you have this.
It becomes a couch.
Becomes a couch with a backrest, and you can very comfortably sit here as well without this and work here if you needed to.
That's nice.
Also great space for crew. You know, you have a little bit more space.
That's really
Sometimes
nice.
if you just have a captain, you know, they don't need to have this bunk on top of their head.
Yep.
So that's quite nice. You have your closet, you have your drawers here. And then switcheroo. We have a bit more storage here and there. tons.
Actually, I just realized there's
Yes.
a natural light coming in through the porthole there.
Yeah, there is a little porthole right there.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's above the tow rail. We have our head. It's a wet head.
It's actually pretty comfortable wet
Yeah.
head, to be honest.
So there is storage right here. Yeah, it's like a little curtain here.
Almost like a shower curtain, so if you're showering, that stays dry.
Just a simple solution, and then you have some storage here, storage underneath. It's not a huge
Practical.
head, but it works. We're gonna go all the way forward and show you the owner's cabin. What immediately stands out is the headroom. It is a sailing vessel. We're pretty far forward, and the headroom hasn't been compromised.
I mean, two things stand out to me immediately, considering a sailboat.
Second thing.
The headroom, the other thing is the height of the bed.
Yes. Obviously, if you wanted a higher bed, that's easily done. But it is difficult on a sailing vessel all the way forward to find a bed in this normal, bed
Yes.
height that you can easily get up.
Is it a queen or is it a king? Or is it a queen?
It's a queen. I think it might be 180.
Okay,
Yeah.
180.
You guys tell us what you think. Storage everywhere. Again, somebody thought about it. So even here, you didn't even see that one coming.
Nope.
All of this is storage on the outport. Let's just like open one to give you guys an idea.
Oh, that's a lot of storage.
Yep.
All the way through.
And then we have large hanging lockers, 3 large drawers there. I mean, it's just great. And then the same thing on Rico's side there. So it's completely equal, huge amount of storage.
Then we have a mirror across the bed, which has a hidden TV behind.
Yeah, right here is a TV. And also you have a little bit of a, getting ready area. Also a place you can put your computer down. There's a little poof there. And let's check out the ensuite. This is probably the prettiest artwork in here. But that's beautiful too, but I absolutely love the shower.
Lighting wise, the owner of the boat did a phenomenal job. There's so much indirect lighting all around. Like the wall comes a little bit up and then the light behind. Same on the ceilings. It's just beautiful. It's really, really thought through.
Well, technically, it was a gift to his wife for their 45-year anniversary, so
It's a good gift.
she owns the boat. Which I'm sure it's both of them anyway, but I found it absolutely hilarious.
I like the stone vanity actually.
Look at this storage.
Yeah.
It's so deep. It's fantastic. It's really great. I like when it's one joint piece. I really enjoy that. I think it looks nice. It looks like this is a large drawer right here. I really like that. Okay, we have our head, and check out, well, I'm not going to go in because I want you to see the artwork in the shower.
Okay.
Check that out.
Oh wow, that is really cool for sure. Really a lot of thought went into this because a lot of times you have a shower and then there's some afterthought baskets or something where you put your shower gel and the hair shampoo and all that stuff in. It's built in and has a nice rail. Even on the sail, it will not fall out.
So we have a lot of headroom and infrared lighting in there. Super tall. It's great. It's a 2-person shower for sure. Right? Very comfortable. Same thing. It's sunken in. Did we show the engine compartment?
Not yet?
Should we go check that out?
Yes.
We're sailing, right? The engines are off?
The sailing weather is light today.
Very light. We got
Very light.
lucky.
You see, we have the 7-knot wind, but we are producing, you see, the 4-knot speed.
7 and we're doing 4.
We're doing 4. This is a champagne sailing.
Yeah, perfect. The engines are off.
And everything's
just under
off,
sail.
Yeah, under sail.
It's such a comfortable boat. Everything's so quiet.
This location is pretty awesome. There's no swell, no big waves.
It's like a big lake.
It's like being on a lake, but you on the sea.
But I like the big waves and swell. You see, then sailing is much better.
Yeah.
But the rest of the family, they like this type of
Yeah,
sailing.
this is perfect.
Champagne sailing.
They're right there. She's just missing a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
No, where's
your glass of
champagne?
But this boat is perfect for both. So,
Yeah,
you can enjoy it under
You can
each
go
weather.
anywhere in the world, you see, with this boat without any problem. You can it's safe and the comfort.
Yeah.
No problem. Because this is a class boat. You see, we have the RINA classification, full class.
Oh, you have a RINA Class on this boat?
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody takes only the hull class.
Yeah.
But this is full class.
Full class.
Full class by the RINA.
Not bad for your first sailboat.
Yes. Fair. Because we used to we work with the class.
Yeah.
With our power boats, we are working the
Yeah.
DNV
Okay.
class society.
What
And
is the draft of the vessel?
320.
3.2
3.2
meters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So where have you been with this boat now? Like which areas have you sailed?
All around the Turkey. Because I didn't go out because it was a pandemic.
Oh, that's
For
right.
this summer, you see, we are planning to go Cannes boat show.
Yeah, so you make a trip
Yeah,
out of
yes.
it. But you are one of the lucky ones that had a boat in the pandemic to actually enjoy being out. It's a perfect way to
Yes.
social distance.
Yes.
You know, you take your
We came
family
with my wife and our family because I didn't invite the guests during the pandemic.
Yeah, so it's just the whole family and you get to hang out.
yes.
I think a lot of people who had boats in that moment were like very happy they had them.
Yeah, that's
It gave you a chance to have a second home.
Yeah. Maybe because of my age, but I like it like that. Comfort and
But
quiet.
I hear
and
that
safe.
your Mishi
Yes.
now wants a bigger boat.
She always wants bigger.
She wants a 40 meter.
Yes, she was asking the 40 meter. Even the design, my cousin also, Tanju, you say, she was calling her to do it 40. they are talking each other, you see.
She didn't even want a sailboat to begin with, but now she wants a 40 meter.
But I tell them, you see, it's better to start, you see, smaller one.
Oh, that's fun. Usually it's the opposite. I feel like the men are the ones who want the bigger boat, you know?
Yeah. But I already made a small design you see, for the 35 meter.
Yeah.
There is a 5 full bedroom and another bedroom for the crew, another for crew.
So you're compromising. You're going to 35 meters.
It is only on the paper. So,
I understand why you didn't want to involve them in the whole design process.
Yeah, you think the boat would have turned out way bigger?
Yes, I think so.
Sure,
There's a lot of
sure,
cooks
sure.
in the kitchen. There would have been a lot of requests.
Also might have gotten some windows.
Yeah, that could be too.
no, because without windows, it's my preference. I know you see this is the more comfortable, more safe, and you will keep interior of your boat, you say, maybe if you come to this boat after 15 years, you will see the same condition.
No
same
change,
price.
no salt, no nothing.
In the boat, you see, you have to put a lot of fresh air inside, but even one drop of the water, you will not put. If you look around under the everywhere, you see, you cannot see any water.
Completely dry.
Yeah, so this is very important thing,
Yeah.
you see.
Also keeps the boat cooler
Yes.
in the
It's true.
summer.
It's definitely true.
Way less air conditioning needed.
All right, let's go check out that engine compartment
And the lazarette.
in a really cool lazarette.
And the dinghy garage.
Benefit of having great crew. We just came back in, they opened everything up and set up the beach club for us so we can show it to you guys.
Yes.
So this is another,
Access to the dinghy garage.
we had fenders in here and stuff when we went out, so
Yes.
it's just basically a lazarette, right?
So the way it's set up right now, the dinghy garage can fit a 3.5 meter tender.
Perfect. So this is our beach club, and look, they have this staircase. The staircase was designed to be foldable and goes all the way in here, disappears. They have really safe rails that are put in, so it's really, really safe for any age.
That is so cool.
Even if the staircase is slippery, you can have something to hold on to, and they have one of the best swim ladders I've seen in a long time.
What a swim ladder that is, huh?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Look, it's got built-in rails. It's very nice. So you have a little beach club area. I mean, it's even big enough to put a chair here and hang out.
So right now we can look into the empty tender garage, and there's a sea bob also sitting there.
And what's nice here, also, you know, those little chairs, foldables they have on the bow. You'll put them here, hang out, swim, go in and out. Really nice space.
This is
All right.
probably one of the nicest beach clubs I've seen on a sailboat.
I agree. Let's check out the engine room.
Yes. So, get rid of the sunglasses, don't need them in there. It's probably going to be warm since we were running.
Yeah, but we were sailing a lot too.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? Oh, you're missing out.
I am?
Yeah, you got to come down here.
Okay, I'll look after you.
So immediately walking into the lazarette, it's a massive storage room. This is crazy. Got a fire suppression system here, extra freezer here, washer and dryer, lots of storage shelves here for spare parts. Keep going forward. Oh, this is insane. I've never seen it like this. So we got the steering column right here. Wow, this is crazy. I'm gonna close this for a second. Gonna go there in a moment. We got the big hydraulic pack here. Like I said, here you see the steering. And then look at all the space. Going around the dinghy garage, there you see the passerelle frame, more storage places. It's incredible. All right, let's get into the engine room. Got a small generator right here. As we go further forward, we have the main generator right here and the Cummins main engine. And guys, look at this. There's the PTO, which takes off the power for the hydraulic system. And it's actually pretty confident. I mean, right now I don't want to go around the exhaust because it was just running, so it's still pretty warm. but you do have a decent amount of access in order to work on the engines. Look at the hull. I mean, everything is dry and clean. I'm impressed. So over here above us is the engine room access we saw in the cockpit in front of the companionway. So that's a companionway right there. Exhaust, mixer, everything is labeled. Yeah, so this would be the emergency exit of the engine room. So we're standing kind of like underneath here right now.
Where the heck are you? Wow!
And it goes around here.
I just realized I couldn't hear you anymore, and I was like, where did he go? I can't hear you at all.
It goes around here too.
Oh my god!
Yeah, here, go around.
Wow! This is unbelievable.
Right? Look at the steering.
He said that he's thinking to make it bigger on the next one.
How about that steering setup?
This is absolutely nuts.
With the cardan axles.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's some serious stuff. Did not expect that. No. I didn't get a sneak peek, so it's my first time walking through here, and I'm very impressed. So the yellow line is actually not a tow line.
We forgot we're in
the yellow line, which was underneath this compartment there.
It's a stern tie to shore. We're in a med. We just forgot where we were.
Correct.
So we immediately assumed it was just a giant tow line.
So you just find a nice rock on shore.
And you stern tie to shore. Yeah.
So you drop your anchor, you're back in, tighten the lines up, tighten the anchor up, and no matter what the current or the wind is doing, you're facing the same direction at all times.
And one more feature, since there's so many features, we forgot to show you. Pretty cool, right? And it's so long, you can actually extend it to the railing and tie it to the railing and have a nice walkable space here as well. Well, thanks for having us on board. Okay. We really enjoyed it.
Nice to meet with you, and I enjoy it.
Thanks for taking us to just a gorgeous place.
Did I understand your little teaser correctly that the boat might be in the Cannes Boat Show, potentially?
I hope.
Okay.
He's not admitting to it, but
okay.
He's thinking about it.
I am thinking about it, but I will talk with them maybe 80%, maybe more.
Okay. Well, we'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, so you guys look out for it if you go into the Cannes Boat Show. You might see Mishi out there. She's gonna have a lot of sisters, I think. Once people get to see her in real life.
I hope so. Yes.
We're really excited for you.
Mishi meaning is a nice life, happy life, quiet life, safe life, comfortable life.
Well, the new yacht brand was born, and you guys were the first ones to see it.